Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review for Spy Family, episode 11. And after this, we'll have one more episode to go before we continue, before this first half of the show stops, and until when the second half of the show continues on the fall. Until the second half premieres in the fall. So we're gonna get a couple months without Spy Family, but that's okay because during the summer, Season 2 of Devils of Part-Time will help fulfill my say happiness though, but which I'm happy for though, until when the second half of Spy Family comes along. So, but anyway, episode 11 of Spy Family, once again, awesome episode, and Anya she's just the best. Once again, another episode solely focused on her and how it turns out because. As continuing on, she has failing grades in all the subjects in her class as Lloyd is looking through them, right? F this and F on this subject, right? And when he tries to address it to her, and while Anya's watching her cartoon, she's like, "I'm busy." And so Lloyd tries teaching her other things like art or music and other things, and she's just failing miserably, which because Anya, she's not pretty much good in any subject, right? So Lloyd really wants her to start earning stellas, the stars, for her to get the scholarship for. And so when he takes her to do some community service at this rehabilitation center, right? Like, she's just messing up everything, like, she's spilling food, she's, like, taking a nap on the laundry, or reading manga instead of putting books away, until to the point where, where they get kicked out, though, right? And Lois is, like, just being, like, all frustrated because, he needs to do this for the mission, to get close to Desmond, his target. Until one point until there is this little boy who has a crutch, right, on a bum leg. A woman's gonna take him to the pool, right? For some therapy sessions in the pool to get him start walking properly again. Until when the lady goes and change, the boy wanders into the pool area because he thinks the feel of the water is cold, and to the point where he accidentally slips and he starts drowning. And despite the fact that the other people are there though, but they don't see it though. But Anya. She's reading his thoughts from a distance, and she kind of explains it to Lloyd, like, oh, there's somebody drowning, but like, oh, like, she can't. And Lloyd's like, well, how did you know? What do you mean? And almost spilling base about her abilities. I was like, oh, and never mind. It's like, oh, I just want to go. I want to go for a swim, basically backing out the girl, like, basically, oh, I'm just a little kid, right? I want to go for a swim, right? Kind of like that in that way, right? So she goes and runs off and goes to find where he's at, where she goes to the pool and she sees Bubbles, which she says later on after she gets out of it. But she's like, oh, I saw some bubbles over there, which she tells the people, right? So she tries to go in. Basically, she's trying to be the hero, and which that's a cool thing for we see in Anya. She attempts to save somebody. Although sadly she fails because she runs out of energy, almost drowning herself though. But she does make the heroic attempt to save this boy until the point where she runs out of breath, and then that's when Lloyd jumps in and saves them both. And everyone is shocked to see the boys there, and even the adults are like, well, first stuff they want to put the blame on though. But the thing is, all the adults that were in that room before is like, oh, well, there were a lot of us around you. We didn't notice him though. We didn't notice him, or we didn't hear any noise. And then Lloyd, saying that oh, well, they can do it so quietly, and they don't make much of a racket when that happens. So you need to be more aware around, pay more attention around you. That's what he's trying to say. And when he's at the point where we're going back to Anya, saying, how did you know though? It's like, oh, well, I saw some bubbles over there. And so that was the reason. So, and after that, that's when she received her first Stella, the first star that she ever got. And Lloyd and Yor are very proud of her. Even to the boy's family, the boy and his family, his parents, they even go there. They even say thank you to her as well, which was nice. And she finally receives her first Stella. She gets applause from everybody, including Headmaster Henderson, Grandpa Henderson, I should call him, and then at the point that she's going to get a reward. Like, Lloyd was going to give her a reward anyway, though, but Anya decided that she wants a dog. And which kind of brings up which I'm interested, because she wanted to get like a small dog, because even at one point she asked Damien, does he have a dog, right? And she wanted to get like a small, cute dog, though. But then, what intrigued me most when this next scene happened, you skip to like the animal, the pound, right? The dog pound, where you see this dog, this big white fluffy dog. We see this dog, and all of a sudden, this dog, we see like a quick a split premonition or whatever, right, of the Forger family, and we see this dog. I'm like, did this dog have like a future premonition of the Forger family? And that was said right there, because instantly I know this is gonna be the dog that they're gonna end up adopting. Because come on, like, you have this dog, you have a focus on this one specific dog, and all of a sudden you see a split shot of the Forger family. So either this dog has some like ability, like someone like Anya. Well, it doesn't read minds though, but it showed like maybe like a small future premonition that the Forger family is going to adopt him. Maybe. I mean, it's obvious, because they don't make that obvious that this is going to be the dog. Because when Anya says when she wants a dog, and then we see this quick shot of this dog having a split shot of the Forger family, obviously that's going to be the dog that they're going to end up adopting. And which also part of me is saying, like, okay, having a pet, let alone a dog, come into the family, that's going to be even more interesting, because now we have, like, with a tease of that shot that the dog had, And finally, like, Lloyd's like, we should get a dog that's best on security, they can do away with robbers and stuff. And then Yor goes and says, maybe we can get a dog that won't kill her, And, like, just, Anya, once again, she's reading both their minds. It's, like, getting a little, like, scary, But anyway, we know that's going to be the dog that they're going to end up adopting. No doubt about it. Because they focus on this one dog. Obviously, it has to be. And then back at school, all the other little kids, they're just like, well, because now that Anya's wearing that one star, the one Stella, around, and even Becky, was like, hey, Anya, and it's like, call me, Starlight Anna. And then even all the other kids, thinking they're all jealous. Even Damien's kind of mad because she beat him to get a Stella, though. And all the kids in the classroom was like, hey, how dare she wear that? She must have cheated and all that stuff, How did she? They're all assuming that she's kind of like thumbing their nose up and wearing that thing around, right? And I like even Damien, despite that he's mad at her for getting a Stella before he did, but he even steps up to the plate and says that, tells the other kids, like, hey, if you can't deal with it in the school, then go somewhere else. Because you think you're gonna have someone who's gonna like cheat or bribe their way into the school to get a Stella and like that. Come on. So I like that he kind of steps up and kind of defended Anya a little bit, even though he was mad though. But sometimes he defended her from those other kids, which that was nice, because obviously I know that he's crushing on Anya, no doubt about it. He's not gonna admit it though, but we know as the viewers he's crushing on Anya, which that is nice too. So, and also one thing that the whole thing that Anya is also, she had like these little visions of matching with him, with her and Lloyd or Damien. Like she's gonna do it for the mission or for the sake of peace. I made peace and all that stuff. Make all these little visions in her head that things gonna work out. Anya, once again, she's just no doubt, she's just absolute the best. And she attempted to be she became the. In a way, she became the hero. She attempted to save the boy, even though Lloyd did though. But she attempted to save him, and she earned herself her first Stella. And I'm like, maybe this will help push her to motivate to get her better grades and other stuff in her classes. Maybe, but there's no doubt about it. is what makes this show so awesome. Like, this is absolutely my favorite anime I've watched this whole year, without a doubt. I mean, like I said before, I love My Dress Up Darling, Genius Princess Guide. I enjoyed Anya Ahiren, which I just finished. I just finished the finale of that. I love that show as well. I would put Ahiren next to Ahiren is number 2 right now. As much as I hate to say it, the more I think about it, though, as much as I love My Dress Up Darling, as much as I enjoy Gojo and Marin, they're great, awesome characters, no doubt about it, though. But just how what Ahiren did, especially with it was the chemistry between how the quirkiness and stuff of Ahiren and Rydell what maybe kind of edge that out a little bit. That's why now I put it at number 2, just below Spy Family. But Spy Family is just no doubt, hands down, the best anime I've seen this year, and this just keeps on amping it up even more. So by the next week, when the next episode comes out, then we're going to have to wait till the fall for the second half to premiere. So, but Spy Family episode 11 is no doubt, like, Anya was like, she's the star of this show, even though Lloyd, it's this one that when episodes focus on her, she's the absolute star and the best, you know. But don't worry, we see more Lloyd and Yor. Hopefully we'll see more with Yor's brother. But this show is absolute phenomenal. Anya was like she kind of like became the hero, basically. Maybe I should put it for my thumbnail here, Anya the hero. But yeah, episode 11 of Spy Family is once again nothing gets my seal of approval of praise. 10 out of 10 once again. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode review for Shikimori, and we'll see y'all later.